Welcome back to Be For Real. We're here. There's really nothing much to say after that. So we're back. We skipped last week because it was fall break, and I don't think any of us really wanted to come back. We were all ready to go to fall break. But if you didn't notice, we do have a new panelist on today. It is Cam. Welcome, Cam. Joining him are obviously me, your host, Brian, and Caden, the regular, who's always here on the left side. Well, I guess on their right side of the screen? Left side of the screen. I don't know what their left side. But as always, just like usual, we will be starting with Let's Be Real, the segment that is everyone's favorite. And this one, Cam, just in case you didn't know, and for those that may be tuning in for the first time, this segment is all about hot takes or hot opinions. So in other words, do you have a hot take, something that people might not agree with, or do you have an opinion that you just want to get off your chest? So I'll go first because it looks like you're drawn, and I think Cam's ready, but I'll go first to kind of break the ice. I'm actually excited to be a juror. I'm in a law class, and they taught, this is like so out of the blue considering what my recent ones were, but I'm in a law class at 8 a.m., and I've kind of enjoyed my law class, and I realized that so many people are like, oh, they try to get out of jury duty, they hate it, they don't want to be in there because it's so time consuming. I can't wait for the day I get a letter that says you need to be a juror. First off, I love crime. That sounds bad, but like I love watching like shows that involve crime, like Law SVU and everything. I'm not gonna get a murder case. Probably gonna get some dude that like stole a wrapper, or like stole like a little piece of candy or something, or he did a misdemeanor, like I don't know, being in a park when he's not supposed to, soliciting, whatever the case is. But I think it'll still be fun to be in that scene at least once and enjoy it. And then I think it would be fun to be there. Plus, found out you get paid. You get paid as a juror. You don't get paid much. It's like $50 a day, but that's still money put in your pocket. So for me, I think it would actually be cool. And then to have the final decision of like hearing a case and then deciding on what I believe after watching so many different like Law SVU, Bones episodes, or any other like The Rainmaker, which is now out on Peacock, I believe. Watching all those episodes, being able to actually be in the juror chair and hear all the evidence and then make a decision, I think would be so cool. So for me, I'm actually excited, which I don't think a lot of people are, to be selected for jury duty.
That's a good hot take. I love my law professor. He's the weirdest guy ever. He's so strange. He gave me a bloody $100 bill. Like he was like, you're cheating on a test. Or he was like, you're on your phone. I was like, no, I'm not. And he had me stand up. He had everyone take a pop quiz. He was like, take out pencil paper and stuff. And then he had him crumble up the paper and throw it at me. And it was like, if you hit him, it was assault. If you didn't, it was battery or something like that. I don't remember what he said. But like, and then he said, sorry for your troubles, handing me a bloody counterfeit $100 bill. Like he was just like, he just brings that vibe, and I thought it was really fun. So that's what I was thinking about when you said that. I don't know if it's as glamorous as the TV shows let it out to be. I think I want to leave my law enjoying experience in TV and with my professor. I don't know if I want to bring it to a courtroom, but I like the take.
Mine has nothing to do with that. It's about bikes and the road. Bikes not belong on the road.
Yeah, mine involves the road.
Because half the time when I'm driving, the bikes be in the middle of the road instead of in the bike lane. If you have a lane for driving in that lane, why are you in the middle of the road, slowing traffic down, driving 15 miles an hour or pedaling 15 miles an hour? People have places to be.
Where else would you put them? I would say because
I don't make somewhere else. Like they don't. I don't know.
I understand it because I'm like, then you have to like be cautious how you drive because if you drive too fast, you blow over the bike and then you're at fault and then the person gets hurt. But I'm also like, I don't know where else to put them. Like bikes just shouldn't be allowed.
Legally speaking, bikers are some of the most privileged people in America.
They don't have licenses.
No, if you are on a bike, pretty much everything that's advantageous to the biker, you're a pedestrian, but if it's advantageous for you to be an automobile, you're an automobile. Like it's truly just whatever you want to be, you get to be. In terms of a lot of right of way and stuff, you're like a pedestrian. But in terms of like on the road rules and stuff, you're on a bike, like you're an automobile and considered or whatever. It's or vehicle. But yeah, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't care where you put them. Just get off the road.
Just get off the road. Just give me the right side, all right? Give me the entire road.
Or like put like a barrier in between where the bike lane is and where the road is, because
especially
they don't.
I like that. I like that idea. I like it because it's like, again, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Because if you do drive too fast, you apparently like blow the bike off or something like that. Like that's what I was always told. Is like you got to move over to the left in case they hit a bump or fall over, or like if you drive too fast, the wind coming off your car, like aerodynamics.
And they give you dirty looks for going the speed limit.
Well, you know that.
And then when you almost hit them, they're like, "What you doing?" It's like, "I'm on the road. Like, where are you supposed to
You know
be?"
those
Like,
yellow lines on a road. There's that middle in between, just free space. We could use that real estate. You know, just have that little lane.
Send them right
there.
between.
Right in between.
It would keep people off bikes
They go
though,
as slow as they want.
because
yeah.
if people aren't accurate enough and aren't stable enough, they will get off because they're gonna get hit.
I don't like joggers or bikers. Just in general. That's more personal. That's not like a good.
I'm
take.
wrong with joggers.
I don't love joggers.
Yeah, but
on the road, yeah.
I don't love joggers. They're not better than me. That's just insecurity in me. I don't like to run.
Do you not like joggers? Do you not like sprinters?
Sprinters?
Because there's some people that just start sprinting. They don't jog.
I don't think I've seen that as much.
I've seen it once or
I went
twice.
to the gym. This dude like did a full 2 laps around the little path.
That's
He just sprints it
Yes.
through, and you're like, "All right, buddy, that's a little bit too much." Like,
I'd start running. I feel like if someone's jogging, if someone's sprinting, you gotta chase them. You gotta see them.
I don't like. I did track before, so like, if you do like the jog sprint lap, I don't know if you guys ever ran track.
Oh, I did
I
it
did
very
myself
slowly.
earlier.
So you do a really slow jog, and then they tell you to pick it up. I can understand doing that, but people that just like they show up, they stretch, sprint like a mile, and then just get out. I'm like, you don't need to be sprinting. You're not training for anything, especially because the people I know aren't training because they're like my friends. I'm like, all right, I know you're not training for a marathon, let alone like a track meet. You don't have to be sprinting out here. You're just trying to get some cardio. Walk to a Chick-fil-A. Like, I don't really care. Just walk somewhere, jog somewhere. You don't need to be out here trying to sprint like Usain Bolt. Like, that's just not that thing.
Yeah, it's just for getting loose. People out there running full speed.
It's not that serious. It's not.
I haven't ran full speed since high school, maybe. I guess intramurals a little bit, but like it's rare. I'm not hitting full speed very often. Yeah. I'll give my take. I think the sidewalk rule is stupid. Okay, so this is a drawing I did. I'm very proud of it. This is the road. Okay, these are cars. Okay, this is me. This is the girl. Sidewalk rule, you know. And then this is a guy with a knife. This is a creepy, I don't know how to draw like a creepy guy. There's a creepy guy, and this guy's intoxicated, okay? And here's why I think the sidewalk rule is dumb. For any of y'all who don't know what the sidewalk rule, I'm sure everyone does, but you know, we have millions of listeners statistically. Some aren't gonna know. When you're walking with your girl or whatever down a sidewalk, you wanna keep her on the side with the people, and you're on the side with the cars. I asked around, this is a sample size of like 3 people, but I heard it's because like you don't want someone getting out in the car and like taking her. You know, you're keeping her protected and stuff. I'm much more concerned about the other side of the sidewalk. That's really all the take is and stuff. And I'll do this for the sake of chivalry, but by the second or third time I'm hanging out with someone, I'll always bring this up because it's stupid. Like there's been times when like I've thought like I've been walking down a sidewalk and I've seen like I don't know a big group of drunk frat dudes just kind of stumbling down. I've been kind of like how close are they walking? You know, I've seen a guy like why is he walking diagonal? Sometimes I'm on when she's like on this. And I'm singing right now. I haven't been singing my whole life though. You know, there's been times when she's like right here and stuff, and they're walking by, and I'm kind of like looking at the person like what do they do? What, you know, why is this hand down? Did he touch her or something like that? Like there's that processes my mind a little bit. If I'm on the other side though, I've never once considered is that car slowing down to stop her and like or to grab her or whatever. And like me being on this side is gonna be why I can't do anything about it. Like it feels like a stupid rule and stuff. This feels like an open and shut case. I haven't heard any argument against it, and I was curious I'd bring this on and be for real and see if anyone had anything to say. But for the sake of like chivalry, I don't really care either way. I will oblige and stuff because like, you know, sometimes just like doing the polite chivalrous thing is better than like the logical thing. But like overall, I think it's dumb.
See, I've heard it that instead of the reason is because someone could kidnap her, it's more in the fact that if she were to, like usually girls go out and if you're on a date, they're wearing heels. They're wearing something that's like not necessarily stable, especially on concrete, where you're supposed to be on the outside so in case she trips, she doesn't trip into a car.
She deserves to die.
Or she doesn't get hit by a car. That's
deserves to
crazy.
die.
She's trying to look good for you and you're like, nah,
that's
she
crazy.
can die.
That's
She
crazy.
looked good for her an hour. You know, we had a good date. She's done now. I've used her. Like, that's crazy.
That's not what I was saying. I'm just saying like if you're wearing heels where you can't walk, like that's no. I guess that's.
I would like to clarify, Kata did not say that. I may have put those words in your
Yeah,
mouth.
a little
But
bit,
it is kind of crazy to sit there and be like, nah, you wore
So
it.
you're a misogynist.
Dang. Every time I come on this show, I'm accused. Eventually, I'm just gonna have to like admit it, or you know. But I don't know.
We have to have a rolling credits that say none of the things that are said on this episode reflect
The
any of the panelists. Yes, exactly. Any of the
Magazine
panelists
show.
or the production that runs this company. But I like the hot take because you're like there are people that are crazier on the sidewalk.
I'm not like tweaking all the time, but there's times when like it's a busy sidewalk. I'm definitely looking at everyone as they like. I'm definitely like noticing. You know, like I don't notice the cars. I'm not really worried about them tripping over.
My question for you is like, is it only when there are people on the sidewalk, or is it any road that you walk on? Because let's say, for example, you're going down like a country-ish road that has a sidewalk, and there's no one on the side.
I don't care then.
Okay, so you would sit on the side that has the cars.
I do the sidewalk rule because it's a rule that exists in the world, so I would like oblige and stuff, but like I wouldn't care either way. I'm just saying like with one side there's a drunk frat dude kind of stumbling a little bit and stuff, and like he's having a good night. I'm not trying to judge that, but like just stumbling down like moving a little weird and stuff, and on the other side is a car going 70. I'd rather be over here than over here and stuff.
Yeah, because it's easier to grab and everything.
Of course.
That makes sense. Maybe he grabs you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that would be better, but we don't have to
Craziest
talk about how
statement
much
I
I
think
would
I've said on this show. Not by far though. So we're gonna move on to the next one, and this is a fun segment. Second time we're doing this, I think. I'm almost positive it's the second time, and I gotta pull this up. It is called Believe It or Not. So this one is a statement that I have, and your job is to write on your whiteboard, do you believe this statement or do you not believe this statement? You can give a quick explanation as to why.
Fact, right?
No, this is going to be a statement I give you. It was like, I think the last time we said AI was going to take over 50% of the job.
Okay.
That one. So the statement today is flying cars will be common by 2050. Not be there, but be common. Do you believe it or not?
Yeah, hell no. I think that we're always a little bit off about stuff like this. Like we always like have this idea in our heads of like the middle class is going to get this thing, and then it's just always a little skewed. We talk about robots forever. Like we're going to have this robot that does everything for you and it's a service for you and stuff. And we got that, but it's more in the sense of like creating things for like AI and stuff. Like a robot that's going to do all your homework for you. You can look at like 80s comic books and newspapers and stuff. And there's always little kids that were like, by the time I'm old, time to use this, a robot will be answering all these questions for me. A robot will be doing my taxes, a robot will be doing all my homework and stuff. And like that's what happened. Like a robot does all of my homework. ChatGPT does everything for me and stuff. And I think that that's just like where we are, but it's not exactly what we're picturing. I think that traveling in the air with some kind of vehicle will exist, but I think it's going to be like a helicopter type of thing. I think that like helicopters, I think what really usually happens in this type of creation and invention way is like they find a cheaper way to make a helicopter, and then the like Henry Ford of helicopters comes in and builds like middle class $10,000 helicopters, and people travel that way. Like that's what I think will end up happening, and it will look nothing like a flying car. But if you want to count that, if you want to just say middle class accessible air vehicles, I would say maybe 2075, yes. But in terms of a flying car, hell no.
I say no too, because I don't see a point in it. Like, who's gonna regulate the air traffic? Who's gonna buy a flying car when like there's no point? You're just flying for no reason. I don't think people gonna buy it unless they're rich and they have a bunch of money to waste.
That applies like now too.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna like jetpacks. Rich people have jetpacks, not the regular people. I don't think it's gonna be common. I think it's gonna be there, but not common.
That's what you're saying.
I'm kind of right at both of you. This is the weirdest no I've ever wrote. No. I'm going to go no too. And I think the main reason for me is that I'm kind of the same with you guys, where it's like, I think they will be available. I think the technology will grow, but I don't think that they're going to be common. Common would have to, like, I don't know what common is to you guys, but I feel like common to me is like over 50% of the population. And I don't think 50% of the people in the world are going to have a flying car. You're not going to be seeing like traffic.
50% of the world,
what would be common?
Like 78% of the world has water. Like 50% is bold. Like 50% make more than 10K a year.
But what would you say equals common to you?
I would say I'm thinking like American middle class can have flying cars by 2050. That's what. Like,
that's what you think is common.
Everyone who can have anyone who can afford like a car now, roughly could have a flying car in 2050. I think would be the question. I would say no, but that's my idea of common, I guess. But that's totally interpretive.
Yeah, I think that we're all kind of on the same page. It's just I feel like it depends on what you say is common. Is it common for the rich? Is it common for one class? Is it common for everyone? Is it common only for the middle class? How do you exactly do it? Is it common for the world or common for a country? Personally, I think no matter what it is, we might have one or two. I don't even think cars will be able to advance quick enough to even be more than maybe like 30. 30 is kind of low.
Chevy barely works now.
Yeah, I've seen one. I saw one that was a flying car. Actually, it may have been two. There was one with the helicopter propellers on the top, like you were talking about, and then there was another one that actually turned into like a plane. But both of those are like, I saw one was in Germany, and I don't remember what the other one was, and it was like very, very common. So
I tried to buy a private jet a couple of years ago. I just went on a website, I put my Apple Pay, double clicked, and it said card declined, obviously, and then I moved on. I didn't get scammed though, so it was fine.
Well,
if Chevy's making it, I'm not getting it.
There's actually a lot. We could rank at some point, just car brands, where if you heard they made a flying car, I'd be like, nah.
I have propeller problems.
I was about to say, I'm starting to write stuff down because I was trying to remember this. You do not have to put 4. I put 4. So this next topic is called Forgotten Gems. And typically we do 4, but this time
You already do this?
we have not done this one yet, I don't think.
It's drafted TV shows.
We drafted TV shows. We have not done Forgotten Gems. So this Forgotten Gems is one thing related to the topic. So the topic for this episode is sitcoms. Now you're supposed to be finding sitcoms that are either severely underrated or not talked about enough.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for. Now, I had a few on here.
Oh, this is hard.
I was trying to remember the other one, and I can't. I'm putting it on here because I don't think many people talk about it. But I have a few
Talking about this
fun ones on here.
This counts as a sitcom. I'm talking about it twice.
Let's see if I got that one. And then I'll put an honorable mention. Another honorable mention. Actually, I have like 3 honorable mentions.
I could honorable mention like all of Disney because that was like my childhood. But I'm gonna throw one on my list. I'm trying to think of what I want to do.
I'm trying to remember what it is with. I remember what it is.
Yeah, I got it.
There we go.
Hey,
It's kind of like a
can
dead
you cut this
silence.
part out.
It's got to be underrated. Or like,
In your opinion,
I went
underrated.
a little.
What do you believe is underrated, or like what do you believe is like one that hasn't been talked about enough? Now, I have no specific order in mind because I wasn't thinking long enough to think about these.
I think there's levels to underrated too. Like I think that things can be great, but also be underrated. Like I think Kareem is underrated, but everyone agrees that Kareem's one of the best of all time. But I also say he's underrated. That's what this is. This is not a This is a pretty highly one. But yeah, I got my list.
So I'll go ahead and go off first because I have a few on my mind and I can remember them. So the 4 that I listed off, one was Reba. Now again, this is no order, so I don't really have a specific order of these, but these are the top 4 that I would give. Reba, Living Single, Three's a Company, Home Improvement. Those are the 4 that I put on here. I know a few others that I was thinking of was, I'm trying to think. It was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just don't feel like it's given as much love.
You wrote that down and got rid of it.
I wrote it down, but I think it's still a little too famous with the younger generation. But I think given time, it's going to be severely underrated with how good that, like how much fun it was to watch and how good the show is. Another one I had was the Jamie Foxx show, the Martin Brothers. Those 2 are really good in my opinion. The third one, I can't remember the name of it, and I feel like I'm going to remember it later. And it was a family of 5, and I think the main guy's name was Michael. If I find the name, I'm going to look for it real quick. I'll use yours. Huh?
My Wife and Kids. The
My Wife and Kids, yes. That was the one I was thinking of, and I loved that show. I'm thinking of ones I watched like during COVID or when I got home early from school. These are the shows that I would turn on like CMT or like whatever was TBS at the time, or I don't remember whatever other Home Improvement was on. But I would turn those on. I think even BET was on one of them. And I would turn those on and just enjoy watching it. And those are the ones I enjoy. So my top 4 again are Reba, Living Single, Three's a Company, Home Improvement. Some of my honorable mentions are My Wife and Kids, Martin's, I think it's the Martin Show, I believe, or the Martin Brothers. And then the Jamie Foxx show, and I don't remember what the other one was. I said so many, I can't. Oh, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So those are mine. I'd like to hear what you guys have.
So yeah, number 4, I have The Middle. Do y'all remember The Middle? It was on NBC. That was my I doubted y'all have heard of that show. It's pretty good, dude. It was a good show. It was like 8 seasons. It was fine. It was my first like non-kids sitcom. It kind of bridged that era from like kind of between like Good Luck Charlie and The Office. I watched The Middle. You know, I was like watching like middle school and stuff. Number 3 is Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon's a great show. The Human Young Sheldon's fine. The first season's not good, but I think that. Like, the drama in Young Sheldon's good. The family dynamic is good. I've cried watching Young Sheldon. It's a good show. I think I said that on Be Real twice now. But yeah, it's a powerful show. And I mean, and it's more so than you would expect. It catches you out of nowhere. Number 2 is Parks and Rec. I think Parks and Rec is a very critically acclaimed and famous show. I think it's better than The Office. I think I think it's more charming. Like what The Office does, it does better. I think that Steve Carell is the best performance of those 2 series, and that's in The Office, obviously. And Amy Poehler's fine and stuff. I love Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. But the supporting characters in Parks and Rec are the best in any piece of TV I've seen. Every time you see a supporting character on Parks and Rec, it's like what you'd imagine like people that love SNL in the 80s like loved about SNL. Like, I'm just immediately smiling. They just immediately made me laugh. I already talked about Ted on the last show. Pound for pound, it's the funniest thing you can possibly watch. It's 6 45-minute episodes. But just like, AI is like pound for pound the greatest of all time or whatever. People talk about stuff like that. Ted, minute for minute. Just like the amount of times I laugh out loud watching Ted. I could be alone just on my phone waiting for a class, and I'm just dying laughing. I can't watch it in public. It is so funny. I recommend it to anyone. I will honorable mention How I Met Your Mother, because I just got put on it by a friend of mine recently. I'm like 3 episodes in, and I'm enjoying it.
That's crazy. I did the same thing. Like literally 2 days ago during fall break, I started watching How I Met Your Mother.
Finished it?
I have not finished it. I'm like on the first season.
You know
still.
the ending reveal. Are you gonna finish it?
Someone told me about it.
The mom's dead.
Yeah.
And then honorable mention to my entire childhood, Disney and Disney XD and Nickelodeon. I wrote down a few of my favorites. Austin and Ally, Lab Rats, Jesse, Kicking It, Crash and Bernstein, Good Luck Charlie, I Didn't Do It, and Henry Danger, Thundermans. I loved all those shows. I loved a lot more. I had
Full House. I forgot about that.
I wrote down
I'm
Full
thinking
House,
Nick
I
at
know
Night.
it was
I'm thinking Nick at Night. Full House was one
released
of my favorites looking up.
Full House in the middle were kind of my two, back and forth.
It was your freshman.
I was trying to go like childhood, underrated like stud, gym. I was trying
More
to
balanced.
I was
More
trying to
balanced.
build a little plate there. But yeah, that's my list.
My list, I got Sanford and Son. I don't know if y'all know what it is. It's like a show from like the 70s, I think.
I think I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure I've seen an
that's what
episode
I'm saying.
or
It's
two.
underrated. Yeah, you should go get into it. Yeah.
And then what were
Next, I got, you said what?
Oh no, I was just wondering. I was like, so Sanford and Sons, or the top one that you had.
Yeah, I got the Bernie Mac show.
Oh, that's a good one.
Then I got
That's a good one.
Lab Rats. Whenever I like bring up Disney XD, people like look at me weird because they think it's like the weird child out of like the Disney channels.
That's Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network's the weird one.
Like, I'm like, what's wrong with Disney XD? They look at me like I'm weird or something. Then I got the Jeffersons last.
The Jeffersons is a good one.
I wrote down Lab Rats third and replaced it with Young Sheldon. I remembered it, moved to honorable mention. That's my favorite childhood show.
I binge watched Lab Rats for like ever in COVID. I would do it on repeat.
When they revealed that like his dad was his uncle, like I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, that show! I went to my friend's house and I couldn't stop talking about it. We watched the show and we got like over the course of a week and we got to that point. Like it was
crazy.
Blew me away. I was Mighty Men was good. Remember Mighty Men?
Yeah, I wrote that
Mighty
down. I
Men.
erased it.
Mighty Med was a good one. Jeffersons, wasn't that the futuristic one?
No, that's the Jetsons.
I'm thinking the Jetsons.
I thought of the Jeffersons.
the Jeffersons
Wait, what's
is-
the Jeffersons? I was thinking the Jeffersons.
It's like a black couple. The dude has like the George Jefferson haircut.
I know.
That's a
Yes, I do know the Jeffersons now. I was trying to remember. I completely forgot because I remember seeing that episode, or not that episode, but like a few of those episodes from that sitcom. I remember that one. I was thinking the Jetsons for some reason with like, because when you said Jeffersons, I was thinking Flintstones, and then I was like, what other Flintstones is there? Oh, Jetson.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about with the Jeffersons, but that's a good
It's
pick.
an old show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
That, Sanford and Son, and Bernie Mac, those are some deep pulls. Those are good ones.
The more we've thought about it, the more there's a lot.
There's like a nostalgic
Yeah.
factor that comes back, like after you start saying a few. But I don't know. I definitely.
I like The Office. I like Friends. I watched Fuller House. The Cosby Show is a good show. There's a lot that I'm trying to think of. But
Because Fuller House is the newer one, isn't
yeah, it's the spinoff one.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I went back with my little sister to watch it with her. I don't like it as much now. It came out when I was 11, and I liked it a lot then.
I didn't know that was 11. I watched Full House a lot and I liked it.
Yeah.
And then they took it off of Nick at Night. I was like, dang, I can't watch it anymore. Because that was a good show. And then they replaced it with like, now the Big Bang Theory's on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck? Like, am I that
I
old?
remember being a kid and like George Lopez would go on. Y'all always turn that off.
It was time to go to bed.
Yeah, it was time to go to bed. Dude, I'd wake up, it was on, I'd be like, dang.
I started watching
I'm
George
recording.
Lopez in the morning and I actually started enjoying
Dude,
it.
I
when was in
never gave
school.
that show a chance. I don't know what it was. He just did not seem fun.
It was kind of funny. I started enjoying it when I was like, I think junior or senior year, because I would watch it like 6 a.m. in the morning. It's the only thing on, so you kind of just got stuck into it, and then you kind of like got bought into it. It was a decent show to watch in the morning. I wouldn't say it's the first one I turned on, but it's definitely one that I would watch if I had to sit in front of a TV.
I'm rewatching Henry Danger to Thunderman, so George Lopez comes on, dude. I'm done. I'm good.
Henry Danger was good, especially when he got his powers. Oh man, I love that one.
Spoiling it, man. I haven't finished.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the last and final topic. It is called Real Picks. This is a 4-round draft where we are picking a specific topic, and this week's topic is kind of similar to the last draft we did. Except instead of comfort foods, it's road trip snacks. So with this being said, I'm going to give Cam the first pick, being that he is first. Now this is going to be a 4-round draft. Favorite road trip snacks, or best road trip snacks, however you want to look at it. And it's a snake draft. So Actually, instead of making you go first, I'll give you the pick. Do you want to go first, second, or third in a snake draft?
Third.
You want to go third?
Yeah.
You want to go first or second?
I'm gonna go first.
All right, go ahead.
Because I don't want you taking mine. I'm not a big snacks guy. I'm taking fast food with my first pick as a road trip snack.
That's the crazy.
I'm taking a burger and fries, all right? Burger and fries. To explain quickly, it's filling and it makes the time go nice. Going through a drive-thru, getting the food is incredible. And yeah, I will always pick a cheeseburger if at all possible for any of these lists.
Oh my God. All right. I'm just going to go off with one of my favorites. I don't think people are going to like this, and I don't know if you guys are even going to select it, but I'm going to go goldfish. Goldfish is one of my favorite snacks ever, and I feel like with so many road trips that I've been on, goldfish is always one of the first ones because I'm more of like a salt guy than I am a sweet guy, but I will enjoy a sweet when I get a chance. But like if I'm in a trip, I'm hungry, first thing I grab is a goldfish. First thing I grab. And so I'm going to go with that on my first round pick.
All right. First pick, I'm going Cheez-Its.
Oh, that's a good one. That was one of the
You said
ones.
what?
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its is a good one.
That was one of the ones I was looking at.
Oh, well.
Do you want a marker?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can we like restaurants or just like snacks? We gotta be like a meal.
Apparently, you can go burger and fries if it's.
You could have said you can't do that. I would have raced it immediately. I was just kind of curious.
I mean, technically, it is a road trip food. I mean, you have
Yeah,
snacks.
retroactive.
Technically, you could go like ice cream or something if you wanted because of that. It has to be something that you could eat in the car that you can take with you.
Okay.
So not like a 5-course meal, like a steak. Or, I mean, usually you can't really take steak
yeah.
in the car. But like,
It's in a paper bag for you, in case you were traveling.
yeah,
I think this is a road trip snack.
that.
I'm gonna go Happy Meal then.
All right,
Happy
perfect.
Meal.
Happy Meal.
I should really set guidelines on this thing. I was not thinking about
You
this.
need a constitution for each of these segments, man.
Well, at least I'm the one staying on topic. I'm gonna go Oreos. Again, I've been on a lot of road trips. You need a little bit of sweet in your life with the salt. I'm gonna go Goldfish. I'm gonna go Oreos, my second pick. I'm gonna send it back to you.
Blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid Ghost is my answer.
So specific. We all have like different road trips.
Yeah.
This is turning into what are your top 4 road trip snacks?
Yeah,
I feel
I'm not making a conventional list. This is mine. So probably burger fries, blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid Ghost, and then I'm gonna go with those like, I'm gonna just say like party-sized bag of voodoo chips, the big old bag. Like I want one where it's like I can for the rest of this road trip eat food.
This dude fell off after the first pick.
Dude, I'm making this list. This is a great list. This is called niche. All right, this appeals to an audience.
Well, I'm going with another general topic. I am between a few. I'm gonna go ahead and
Smelling
go. I'm gonna say with this one. I was between 2. Now I'm like second guessing it with it. I'm gonna
cut it out.
I'm gonna stick with my original one that I was gonna go with. I'm gonna go with pretzels because I feel like again another snack one that I'm gonna go with. There was another one that I was looking at. I don't know if I saw pretzels right, but that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with pretzels to round off with another salt.
All right, I'm gonna go with Chips Ahoy. I'm gonna end it with peanuts.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with. I'm gonna say gummy bears. Just have some sort of gummy. Dude, I'm like, I sound fat because of this thing, but like I'm being honest. This is 8-hour trip in the car, and you can't stop for a meal because I did say snack. That's what I'm sticking with. I was like, I'm just taking shots at your draft class now.
I like it. Rotisserie chicken. Okay, at Walmart there are $5.69, I believe. You can get an entire rotisserie chicken, and it's very filling. And if you've ever just like gone on the road with a full rotisserie chicken and just downed it in a road trip, it's absolutely incredible. I might need to get one on the way home. Like they're $5. It's a lot of protein. It's absolutely incredible. That used to be a go-to for like a lunch break. Just one entire rotisserie chicken is cheap. It gets you your protein there. Yeah, if you're driving for a long time and you just get like plucked, just pinch. Especially if like alone, you're just pinching it and stuff. Eventually it's gone, but like you're full. It's a perfect meal. It's great. It tastes good. Just stay awake. And that's why I got the energy drink beforehand, because chicken makes you sleepy or whatever. I think that's turkey. But yeah, that's my list. I'm not a big snack guy. I didn't think I could beat y'all at your own game, so I kind of just went with the stuff I would get.
I like it because it is your road trip. I did say the best road trip snacks. I guess next time on our draft, we're going to have a little bit more of a strict more defined lane in which we go. But just real quick so we can recap it. Cam, do you want to go first with your recap on what you had? Do you remember it?
Yeah. I had Cheez-Its, a Happy Meal, Chips Ahoy, and I had peanuts.
I had burger and fries, a blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids Ghost, voodoo chips, and a rotisserie chicken.
I had goldfish, Oreos, pretzels, gummy bears. Do you guys have any honorable mentions real quick before we sign off? I had like peanut butter crackers, I had Ritz crackers, Sour Patch Kids was one.
I was making a real list. I do the Airheads with a filling thing, Sour Patch Kids. I would do like Lay's, chips. I don't really love
Hershey bars was one, M&M's was one. Did you say that?
No, I ain't say that.
Oh, you said peanuts. I was trying to think. I was like, hold on. I had M&M's was one. I had a lot of like the snacky candy types.
Listed. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's just because I was on the thing. Like I don't know. Lordo cookies, good. They're good.
Cosmic brownies are good.
Cosmic brownies. That's a good one. That would have been a good pick. But
Not more the better than my top 5.
I guess we're gonna have to take a road trip. The road trip to Greenville. We're gonna figure out what
Hell
snacks.
yeah, man.
Gonna figure out a road trip to Greenville type snacks.
So just making cookies, though.
We're gonna figure out some road trip. Maybe it's another Charlotte trip. But
Joanna Gaines.
that is all for this episode. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in if you stayed in this long. Cam, thank you. Congratulations. You completed your first. I'm going to give a round of applause to that one because that was a good episode. I loved it. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we will see you back in a later episode, maybe even next week. And then, Caden, thank you for coming back on as always. Thank you guys for staying to the end. I think this may be a shorter one than we had, but don't know. I'm just elongating it right now. So we will see you all next week. I'm Brian, Cam, Caden. We will see you all in the next episode.